should help you overcome most of your simulation problems and almost all of the ionosphere.
Another curiosity about the integrity.
Yeah.
How? Because in 1999, a lot of nine, how could you test if something is working on that way? Some
so
just theoretical?
So my doctorate is in stochastic modeling. And so that's the only way you do it is model it statistically. Yeah. But, and yeah, what does it mean to say that a system is safe to 10 to the minus 9th? Yeah. I was, years ago, I was at a speech by a Navy admiral, a U.S. Navy admiral, and somebody mentioned 10 to the minus 9th, 10 to the 9th.
What is that?
And they mentioned that, do you know, since Christ was born, it's only been about 10 to the 9th seconds.
Yeah.
You know? So it's a very small number, yeah. So it's an argument of how to certify that and how to meet it. You know, that's been the standard. I don't think we ever know if it's 10 to the minus 9, but we know it's very, very small. And you have to say that the instances of a GPS signal actually causing problems have been very, very, almost nothing in aviation. Other things cause problems, but not the signal. But 10 to the minus 9 is a very small number. Yes. Anybody else? Yeah, I'm sorry, I have to sit down every now and then. I had surgery on my foot, so it takes a little bit when I stand up.
I have a question.
Yes?
I do think the atmospheric problems will affect autonomous navigation in regions like Brazil with drone. I don't know what to say, drone.
Drone, no, drone's the right word. Yeah.
But do you think autonomous navigation will work in Brazil, for example?
Okay, so I didn't talk about drones. We do a lot of work on drones. Right now, almost all of the non-military drone systems and most of the military drone systems do not really use integrity. And so there's a risk that if the GPS signal is lost, that the drone is lost. You know, there's no, unless you're visually looking at it, there's no way to control it. So yeah, it's a little bit of a problem, and scintillation and inaccuracies from GPS are a problem. Our view is that we think the drone community should adopt some of the principles that are used in aviation for their GPS signals to try and reduce the chance of errors and loss of signal for drones. Yeah, I've given a number of presentations where we look at what drones are doing. Basically, the drones are the same as this phone. You know, it's really nice to know where you are and tell you where you're going and to find the weather, but in terms of high integrity, this is not it. And most drones are like that also. So we would like to see more use of integrity and more sophisticated algorithms to use the GNSS position in drones. Of course, that costs money. That's the problem. Same thing is here. It costs money to put that into the phone. So I was telling earlier, we have a new president at our company, and on his first meeting, he had it in a big auditorium, and everybody was sitting in the back. And so he told me, he said, everybody in the front row, reach under your seat. And they reached under their seat, and under here, there was an envelope. And they had prize in it. Oh, but only for the people in the front row. So that's how you get people to move up in the front row. They have prizes for the front row. Okay, so if there's no more questions,
you said about the the space-based ADS-B.
Yes,
The Iridium satellite. What of purpose was this, or they are just using because the satellite?
okay, so, let me get the picture back up here, let's see. Okay, so, Iridium launched satellites early 2000, 1999, for communications. And you had it's a big phone with a big antenna.
Yes.
But you could talk anywhere in the world. You could talk. They almost went bankrupt. The only thing that saved them was the U.S. military liked being able to have a phone call from anywhere in the world, and actually getting on the satellites. A few years ago, Iridium decided to launch a new generation of satellites, because their satellites were 10 or 12 years old. When they did that, these folks at Ariane said, hey, would you put a payload on these satellites that receives the ADS-B signal, the 1090 megahertz ADS-B transmission? Iridium agreed to do that. What also helped was that NAV Canada, the navigation service provider for Canada, bought into the project also. I put money into the project. And they said, now they have space-based ADS-B available. Would you like to use it? Of course, they're going to charge you for it.
Yeah.
But again, like I said, the nice thing here is that in areas like this, you don't have to put ground stations. And the ground station's hard enough, but you have to have power and transmission to get to it. So this is a substantial savings. First, it's a capability over water where you can't really put ground stations. And then also over remote areas, and of course Brazil's got plenty of them back there to the west. So there's some potential here. Now it's going to cost. Every signal that goes up, they charge you for it. I don't know how expensive is it. I haven't done the business case, but it gives you a capability that would be very expensive. I mean, the U.S. spent hundreds of millions of dollars to put these ground stations all over the U.S. But most of the U.S. is very accessible. There's electricity and there's cell phones and things like that. So
The Amazon will be
I think this would be something that has potential. You know, I believe our gentleman here from Brazil, but this is a I think it's a great idea. So now, but like I said, there's still more you need. It's nice to know where this airplane is, but you need to talk to him too. And right now, that takes a ground station to talk to him. So you need other communications. Now, Iridium does have a communication system that can go between air traffic control and the airplane, back and forth. But most of the airplanes do not have that system, so it would be different avionics, which is a cost.
the airplane also has to.
Yeah, the airplane needs to have the radio too. But yeah, Iridium has they're much smaller cell phones right now, but if you want to buy an Iridium cell phone, you can talk to anybody in the world at almost any place. So this is, this is a lot of potential. I don't know how much the U.S. is going to use it in the U.S. The reason is we've already built our ground stations. They work, they're paid for. I think we'll use it some. Canada's going to use it a lot for the same reason that Brazil. You know, they've got, you go west into the Amazon, they go north into the America. You know. So this is this remote area stuff. Canada's going to use it. Canada and Europe are going to use it in the North Atlantic because there's big areas there with no surrounds coverage. So it's got some very nice potential here. So I think it's something you certainly should consider. And like I said, I've got, if you like, I've got the contact number for these folks here. Mike Garcia. question. Go back here to this. Okay, this is the US ADS-B system. Okay, the aircraft sends its position to the ADS-B receiver, and that position is sent to air traffic control. So if I don't want you to know where I am, I can make up another position and send it to you. So the way that the US does ADS-B is, if there's a radar position of the aircraft, when the sensor comes down with a GPS position and it comes back for the radar position, they compare the positions. If the positions are not close together, they reject the ADS-B position. If there's no radar, they will actually have more than one ADS-B ground station. And they will compute the position from the signals received at multiple ground stations, multilateration. And they will compare that position with the ADS-B position. So for surveillance, we cannot stop people from spoofing, but we can detect it and we don't use it. Now, what does Iridium do? This actually is a very simplified diagram, but the coverage from the Iridium satellites overlap. Okay, so let's say we're in here. This satellite receives a signal at a certain time. This satellite receives a certain signal at a certain time. And this satellite receives a signal at a certain time. Same signal. They compare, they compute the position of the aircraft and check on the integrity or the spoofing from that aircraft. Not necessarily spoofing, it could be other errors. But so there's integrity in the ADS-B transmissions. Now, not all countries are doing that. For example, Australia is not. They just take the ADS-B position. Their view is that spoofing is not going to be a significant problem in Australia. That's what they believe, so that's what they got. But for the US and for Iridium, they actually have a method to keep it from spoofing. Now, suppose spoofing navigation like that. That's a problem. Let me go to Brazil here. I mean, if you're coming into Presidente and Prudente and somebody is doing a retransmission of GPS or things like that, you lose it. You're not going to do this approach. Okay. Now, generally, your receiver will detect that. And it's still pretty difficult to tell an airplane receiver that it's in the wrong place. But the way that the US is doing it, and I talked earlier about it, let's flip back through here for a bunch of slides. If we detect spoofing, this is our resilient navigation, both for jamming and spoofing. So we'll tell people not to use the GPS signal. And I think you have to do something like this. So for the smaller airplanes, it'll be using these VORs, and for the larger airplanes, it'll be using these. Again, that's part of the problem with GS. We have a spoofing or jamming incident. That's why we keep our ILSs so it can still land at our airports. Of course, remember, most people who spoof or jam want their names in the newspapers, or at least the headlines in the newspapers. So if they don't get any headlines because it didn't slow things down, that reduces the chance of spoofing or jamming. That's your question. So I have the cards up here if anybody like my card. Be happy to answer any questions. You can just send me an email. English preferred. can translate Portuguese, but they'll be better in English. And then again, if you get up to Washington, please come see me. We'll be happy to go take you around. And then congratulations when you finish your doctorate. Like I said, I know I felt like a freed slave.
Just freed slave.
Just freed slave. Okay. Yes.
Since